a good research? A good research must be open-minded. Open-minded. When the research is open-minded versus conventional, meaning it does not allow any change, does not allow any of new things, it might turn to be inadequate, يعني مش complete. If you do not have an open-minded when you research and take a lot of what if, how can I do, instead of be concrete about your ideas, the research will be insufficient or not good, or does not give appropriate or good results. Without open mind to things, without a critical eye, and without an ability to generalize your understanding to different things, you will not make a contribution to the knowledge. This is, after all, the main aim of the research, is to do contribution. If you're not open-minded, you'll not be able to make a contribution. Second thing, you have to have a critical analysis skills. Critical analysis skill. If you notice in Pearson, all the D, to get the D's, it asks you critically evaluate. Critically evaluate. It is important to have a critical evaluation analysis skill. When you examine critically the data, you have to ask, this is in your case also, when you want to evaluate the data, I'm asking you to critically evaluate these data, the one you come up with in your research. You have to ask yourself, are these figures correct? Have they been affected in some way? يعني أنا كنت بايظ لما عملت meeting مع أبوي وأمي يا إلياس. My dad and I took them as a sample. Was I biased because they are my mom and dad? Versus if I did the interview with somebody else, I don't know. Will these results be affected? What do these data really mean? You have to think it over. What does it mean? Don't have close-minded about what does it mean. Are alternative data available? I'm not stuck on one set of data. If there is, I am in doubt and there is a different resource of the data, I go get it to be concrete about my contribution, be confident. Can these data be interpreted differently? You have to come to the subject with different angles. Also, generalization. What makes the research is good? Generalization. The generalization specify limits on the idea they identify. Generalization allow research to be interpreted and applied to a wide variety of situations. When I have generalization, it is basically the wisdom I come up from the knowledge I get. I generalize my idea. if you remember the example of the rainfall, I come up with general idea about what effect or how is the weather will be affected. So I generalize the idea. And also researcher must know the limitation of this generalization. يعني بدك تحط limit. This is within the condition. يعني انت اخذت rainfall sampling كان في condition معين بدك تحط the condition when you generalized your opinion. And again, generalization stem يعني it come up from your own wisdom and evolve from your or deductive reasoning, which lead to develop idea about things you have not encountered before with certain caveat situation. Setting. Caveats means situation. Setting. ماشي? And lastly, after you know what is research and research classification and so forth, you come to the method, research method. Research method, we started with it in the beginning of the class, guys, quantitative and qualitative. And we covered some of the definition of what is the quantitative and what is the qualitative. And by this, I concluded the subject of the research. And if you guys have any question, please